than you take, and you mend a little more than you break. Give thanks to life, waking up in a beautiful Jamaica for the next second week in a row. You understand me? I appreciate life. Yeah. Honestly, I have to know real wealth, you know what I mean? Them say money can't buy life, but beauty about money can afford a level of comfort where something you can get out of the concrete jungle. Right? Something you can get out from underneath the oppressors, you know what I mean? And just live a little upon the blue spinning planet and know so it's not just for the celebrity or the select few, the 1% that use them will to power. It's not for just the 1% who use them mind, who use them gift, who use them talent. Life is for all of us. God would have never been so unfair and been so picky and choosy. Yes, we born. Jackass said this world no level. Right, my granny who used to say, which today is our anniversary of our death, and we got our graveside to put on some flowers. My granny would have said Jackass said the world no level, and it's not level. Right? It is not level. The odds will be stuck against you sometimes. Things will go your favor, things will go for you, or things will go against you. The beauty of understanding the reason why things go for you sometimes and things go against you sometimes. It's about understanding the seasons of life. You know, today you win today you win, tomorrow you lose. Tomorrow you lose, the following day you win. Right? And it's about going out and just having your goals so you can enjoy life, so you can live a little. Right? So you can truly live a little, because you can't always work, but you can't not taking the time out to regroup and refocus your mind. Check your seals, you know. Check for the holes in the philosophy, because if you have having your philosophy, we call in setting of the seals, you know. And sometimes you set your seals and because it come up against hard winds, difficult. Because when you set your sails, you know, remember everything going to take an effect on it, you know. The sun is going to be there burning it sometimes. So the material becomes weakened over a period of time, right? Setting your sails. Your philosophy, over a time you either need to relax your philosophy or strengthen your philosophy. Right? Because if you're turning up to business meeting, if you have a philosophy, I said, boy, you're not going to go less than X Y amount of money, and you're turning up to business meeting and you're not closing any deals, you might need to check your philosophy and say, am I not flexible enough? Do I need to be a bit more flexible? And this is why we talk about setting your sails, right? Because having your philosophy in place is about setting your sails. You know, wake up this morning in a Jamaica, again, look on the view, we're waking up. That's the pool, you know. So after we done talk to the top farmers, them and motivate the top farmers, them, we are going to go for a swim. Life is beautiful. Life is for us to all to enjoy. Even this morning I was speaking to the guy that the caretaker of the property, and he gave me a gem. He gave me for me, right? I like talking to people nowadays because I like learning. Right? We're talking about the electrics in the building. We're talking about we've been having a few electric problems, right? And it was saying the building, this villa that I'm staying in, was actually remodeled, right? But when it was remodeled, the electrics weren't up to date. You know, so with having added AC to the building, adding washing machines, because it's an Airbnb building, adding all different amenities to make sure people who check into the building are comfortable. He said something that was very profound, you know. He was saying that it's built for it, but it wasn't wired for it. So the building is strong, right? And I said, okay, so he said it was built for it, but it wasn't wired for it. And I'm thinking a lot of people live their life like that, right? You might see somebody physically fit, right? But they have a weak mind. They are not wired for greatness. They are not wired to overcome obstacles. Listen to what him said to me, you know. He said this building is built for it. So while we are staying in a 3-bedroom villa, that's enough to sleep enough people, the electrics can't carry it. And that's why I like talking to people, because that sticks with me, right? Because life victory sometimes don't go to the strongest and the fastest, but it goes to the man or the woman who won't quit, right? I think it was Edison says that, right? But it was in Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, right? Life victories don't go to the strongest or the fastest, but it goes through the man or woman who knows or think that they can't be beaten, so they won't quit. So while he said to me this morning, the building is built to hold as much people, the electrics is not wired for it. So we've been having a few problems. I think it's been rectified now, because they are running ACs, they are running washing machines, they are running tumble dryers, they are running everything, right? But he said to me, it's built for it, and I love that. So I'm here to tell you this morning, right? Don't be that person who look physically strong, right, and not mentally. Don't be built for it, but you're not wired for it. Change your thought process. Know that difficulty will come, but you're not going to give up. You're not going to quit so easy. You're not going to throw in the towel. You're going to confront. Why me I get over this? Here's something I go on. You're going to confront your fears, right? You're going to confront the difficult times. You are going to know that, all right, it's difficult times can't last forever. Even the other day, right, we have a party, and the rain was pouring down. Like, I've never seen rain fall like that in Jamaica, and the thunder and the lightning was like on a different level. Nothing that I've ever heard or experienced, and it passes. So sometimes you're going through the dark times, just know that it will pass, right? Don't just be physical. Don't just look physically strong. Don't just look physically strong, right? As the guy said this morning, right? Know that you have to be emotionally and spiritually resilient, right? Don't build for it, but you're not wired for it. Because sometimes you see some big boxers. That's why I like to watch heavyweight, you know, because sometimes that the biggest. Oh, go on, uncle, you're good. But they are talk to your work. You know, so we say top form. We like to educate and motivate. You understand me? Yes, man, we get one like. So don't be built, don't have a physical presence. Because you have some people that have physical presence, but they are emotionally weak. They are spiritually weak. And this is when the Bible talk about the sowing of the seeds. Some fell on good soils, some fell on rocky grounds. Don't make when the time come that you are tested, you are found out to be okay. He is, well, go on, there you go and talk, you know. You're good. Circle me back, man. Circle me back. Because we're not going away. You got Crook City. Alright, go on to Crook City. Because we're not going to Crook City, you know. There's crocodile in there. You understand me? Yeah. Alright, go on and come. Because we don't know what we are doing yet. We just stay here go and talk. You know, come check me, no? Yeah, I'm a general, man. I'm your part. See, there's some uncle, you know what I mean? I'm a transport that for the wild mistake. You know, just come check for me. Right, but this morning, as me I tell you, so we have one of the most, because we like learn something new. As me I said, when the guy was cleaning the pool this morning, right, and he was saying to me that the building is built to house or sleep about 5 people, right, about 5 people. But the electrics, because we had a few days that we didn't have any electrics. And just because the ACs was running, the dishwasher was running, the washing machine was running, the tumble dryer was running, the lights was running, everything. And he said to me, brother, the building built for this, but the electrics, it's not wired for it. And I'm like, all right, how do I speak to Top Farm people? How do I motivate? I remember, you know, for you watching the video, you must hear about the clothing brand. Top Farm wear, will to power, make the sacrifice, pay the price. I will like find little nuggets and little gems and build on it. This is what we do best. We like to find the little nuggets and the little gems and build on it. And we are saying, all right, so some people might look physically strong, but they are not emotionally strong. They are not wired for greatness. Right, so don't be that person. Don't look physically strong, because it's a proven fact. Life victories don't always go to the strongest and the fastest. It goes to the person who know that they can't be, they tell themselves, I won't be beaten. Right? So this is what I learned from that conversation. You have to be wired for difficult times. You have to be wired. You have to be wired for difficult times. You have to be wired for good times, because you have to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? But you have to make sure, when you finish watch this video, take stock of your life, making sure that you are wired for difficult times. Because you have to learn to, this is what a lot of people don't recover from difficult times, because they don't know the importance of discipline in your disappointment, right? Somebody may feel like they can speak to the world, and when they put up a video, somebody put up a negative comment and they don't go back and do a next video. Let negative people be negative. Let liars be liars. Let negative and naysayers, because they are fulfilling their purpose. right? You can't get positive from a negative person, right? So don't let negative person discourage you. Don't let the fear of criticism discourage you from stepping forward and doing what you want to do with your life. Don't be afraid to start that business because you think the family is going to say, look at him, I hope him fail. Fail. Learn the lessons why you fail. You might fail because you're anticipating people to criticize you, so you never really step into your role fully. Because it's like the boxer that's constantly protecting his chin, so he never throw a punch. If you are stepping out there to do something, you're constantly being overcautious. You're not going. And if you missed yesterday's video, we talk about learning to confronting your fear, experiencing what real fear is. Like I said, I know for a fact swimming is not my strongest suit, and I went to the beach and I put on a life vest. And even though I know that I would not drown wearing a life vest, that fear that I feel, that tightening of the chest, that speeding up of breathing, and I know I was out of my comfort zone. And when I come back and there's a beauty. There is a beauty, there is a feeling that money can't buy when you step out of your comfort zone. If you never step out of your comfort zone, it doesn't have to be something that's on a grand scale, but step out of your comfort zone. Because what I realized when I decided to go swimming and put on that life vest, and when I realized like this is what it feels like to be out of your comfort zone. Because for me to pick up my phone nowadays and speak and motivate people to get them on Top Farm and to understand Top Farm philosophy and what Top Farm clothing brand alone is all about, I'm no longer nervous, right? But then again I realized, okay, swimming is not really my strong suit. And when I put on that life vest and when I look under my foot, I see nothing but blue water and I'm panicking. And the expert is telling me that, brother, just calm down. And because the thing is, you know, when you are in a life or death situation, when someone is telling you to calm down, that's the more you become panic. And when panic sets in, that's when you start to make mistakes. And that was what I was saying in my video yesterday. Now I can understand why rich people, while the 1% will always stare death in its face. Some of them will not make a decision or signed off on a multi-million or a multi-billion-dollar deal until they go and climb a high mountain, or until they go bungee jumping, or until they go parasailing, because they need to know that is fear. That is what fear feels like. For me to be taking a risk to signing off on a multi-million or a multi-billion-dollar deal, right? You are talking. No, man, don't worry about that, man. No, because, see, the thing is, when you realize, blessed man, who have, the Bible tell you, who have ears to hear, let them hear. And this is what, a lot of people don't want to listen to what I'm saying. We have a lot of horny men, and social media is always where the naked women are. So if you find value in what I'm saying, you listen. Let them live what them are saying. Right? Because what I'm saying is a testament. My life, I don't blame people for the outcome for what's going on. Because I know that I'm in charge of my life. You understand me? So nobody no need to listen, man. Because what I do nowadays, me speak it, download it, and repurpose it and put it out on different platforms. So we don't need to get mass. Because the truth never going to be popular. You know? The truth is never going to be popular. The truth is never going to be popular. So I am not discouraged. Right now, this is testing my resilience. This is testing my resilience, because I know I'm not getting thousands of views. I've done in a video and said in a video, if you notice what's popular on social media is the nonsense. Don't worry about that. You understand where I come from? But if you find value in what I'm saying, give me a follow and you will always, because yeah, what I'm saying, it makes too much sense, and people don't want stuff of value. Some people want somebody to blame for the lack of result in their life. So they will not listen to somebody who's telling them, say, you are the sole proprietor, you are responsible for the outcome in your life. If you have looked in your life and you think I haven't accomplished anything, now I haven't achieved anything, just ask yourself, what have I sacrificed? If you can sacrifice 5 minutes for listen to something of value or something of some substance to get a different way of thinking, then you have to blame yourself. A lot of people only on social media just to laugh and think that life is, the Bible tell you. Some people, as soon as we mention the Bible, them switch. The Bible, I've come to the realization that the Bible is one of the greatest book that is ever written. Whether it's written by a man, it's written by a woman, it's written by, I don't care. What I've realized, because the Bible, every day now me read the Bible and me understand, say, okay, I'm responsible for what happening in my life. Because here is a book that's telling me these principles. because success leave clues. And if you're willing to listen to people who are telling you, do this and you will experience success, don't do this and you will become a failure. So me no listen to who want watch. Me no listen, me no need to get thousands of views. If me can impact one person, if me can impact one person, I say, listen to me, do something that's going to make you uncomfortable so you can understand fear and when not to let fear control your life. I'm not the strongest swimmer, and I've never experienced fear until I decide. I was at Puerto Rico Beach and I decided to say I want to try the obstacle course. And when I put on the life vest and I realized my heart was racing, my breathing was tightening, and I was panicking, and the lifeguard was saying calm down, and the more somebody is telling you to calm down is the more you want to panic because you're out your comfort zone. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right, so I'm saying no, this makes sense to me. Why the 1% do what we would call ridiculous? Why the 1% want to climb Kilimanjaro? Why the 1% is jumping off the face of cliff? Why the 1% is doing ridiculous thing? Why the 1%? No, it makes sense. Why the 1% want to go to space? Because they have done the bungee jumping. They have done everything that they deem make them feel the fear. This is why the 1% is going to space. Let me take off the glass. This is why the 1% want to go to space, because they have done everything and they are sitting on deals on the desk that they have not signed off on, and they are fearful, but they want to confront fear to know that what they are supposed to, decision they are supposed to make, that is not fear. Right? So my videos don't have to be popular. I don't need to get thousands of views, because I've done videos over here where I see the African people in Africa doing ridiculous things, and they are the ones who are getting the thousands of views. We see guys nowadays, all they want to do is slide in girl DMs, or they want to go on the girls that's exposing themselves and say, baby, you look beautiful, and they get with them honest self, and they're thinking with the third leg rather than, listen to me, man, positive voices out there. Success leave clues. Read the books. Read the books. Right? The success or failure in your life will come down to your ability to concentrate. You have to willing to sacrifice. You have to willing to concentrate. You have to willing to learn what's to be taken serious and laugh at the rest. If you don't want to go read a book about finance, if you don't want to go read a book about personal development, if you don't want to go read a book about, brother, if you're not willing to work by yourself, then just look in your life. Because the successful people them are read book, you know. The successful people are read book. The 1% are read, and success left clue. You know, think Zuckerberg read the book where people, where Elon Musk them are right. You know, think you never see Zuckerberg them always have a book. Poor people no read, and that's why the end result. Because what is the difference between the man who can't? I'll leave something with the warrior. The one person I watch. What is the difference between the man who can't read and the man who can read but won't read? There is no difference. The end result is ignorance. The end result is there's no difference between the man who can read and the man who can't read. As long as you can read but you won't read, you are no difference than the man who can't read, because the end result is ignorance. And nowadays, if me like reading, but me like listen to audiobooks. So me find the book when I read and me listen to it and me add it to my library and me take out the extracts and me use it to form part of my philosophy. My life nowadays has transformed over the past 4 years because reading and learning. And this was why when me talked to the guy we cleaned the pool this morning, and he said to me, the villa is built to old people, but the electrics is not wired for it. Within that moment I get a profound philosophy. Some people is built for it, but they are not wired for it. Some people is not wired to go through emotional turmoil. Some people is not wired to go through financial turmoil. Some people is just not wired for difficult times. Don't be that person. Don't look physically fit and physically strong. Don't look like you're built for it. But when you open your mouth, they realize you are not wired for it. Don't look like you're just good, and when you get the promotion, they realize you're fool. Read the books. A lot of people get the promotion because people take you by and physical appearance. People, you're going at the office and then promote you because you look good, you look the part. Enough people get promotion because they look the part, and when they open their mouth, they realize, shit, it no sense. So don't be that person. Don't be built for it. but you're not wired for it. You must wire your mind for greatness. You must wire your mind with intelligence. You must wire your mind for know that me have to accomplish, me have to be successful in life. So my views, them not have to get millions of views. I will say Top Farm. Check out my website www.topfarmwear.com if you want a better version, if you want a more successful and a more fulfilling life. Learn what's to be taken serious. Laugh at the rest. Don't spend major time on minor things. Don't spend all of your days on social media just to consume garbage, because the mind is the most fertile field. More gold is mined from the mind of men than what's taken from the ground. Your mind is the most fertile field, and if no seeds of substance is planted in it, then the abundance of useless plants are going to grow in it. An abundance of uselessness. Of course, as you sow, so shall you reap. So if you are if you are read the books and educate yourself, then it have to come back to you. You have to get smarter. You have to become more learned. You have to be able to can have a conversation when you walk into the room. If you are read the books, if you are putting in the work, remember Top Farm, a will to power. Make the sacrifice, pay the price. The greater the sacrifice, the greater the reward. He who sacrifice a lot will achieve a lot. He who sacrifice a little will achieve a little. You understand me? Control your thought, discipline your disappointments. You understand me? Understand the power of concentration. If you can't concentrate on nothing, because the success or failure in your life are going to dictate on the ability to complete what you start. If you can't complete a task, nobody now go promote you in your business. If you can't complete a task, you're not going to get no promotion. If you can't focus on something, it's not the amount of things that you can start, it's the amount of things that you can complete. And that I go decide whether they are successful or failure in a life. You think say if the 1% did a start a business and not complete them with that success. Watch my video. Give me a follow. If you will, me I go there to educate and motivate. I will not motivate no fool. When we there, we are going to tell you the books them if you read. We are going to tell you, say, have your philosophy, set your sails. Have a philosophy in life is about setting your sails. If you not have a philosophy in life, if you not have a goal in a life, you're not successful. Because to be successful is to be working towards a worthy ideal. If you get up and say, me want a house, me want a car, me want a degree, me want a diploma, me want a family, and you are do what it takes to get you to that destination, then Earl Nightingale come up with the best definition. So a successful man or woman is the person that's working towards a worthy ideal. If you know so you have a goal that you are work towards, then by default you are successful. Me not have to get thousands of views. Me there for this. Me build for it and me wire for it. Me know that because you what? We now get discouraged. We see the importance of reading. We see the importance of having a philosophy in life. We see the importance of setting goals. Long-term, short-term goal. Because guess what? Successful days lead to successful weeks, and successful week lead to successful months, and successful months lead to successful year. If you are do things to make you successful, you can't become a failure. If you get up every day and want to be entertained and do nothing to add substance and value to your life, you have to fail. No matter what politician or no matter what political affiliation you become, no matter who you go and blame. If you go and blame your mother when you send you go to school, if you go and blame whatever you go and blame, whatever you because excuse is just for work that was not done. If you're not willing to go take responsibility for your life, if you just want to sit down and come on TikTok and look out the naked girls them with your Vaseline in your hand and message every naked girl because I work, you are getting manipulated. We are living a time where you are getting manipulated. The girl where you tell says she's sexy, she know that. That's why she expose herself to you. And if you don't have no money, she not talk to you. OnlyFans is one of the most profitable business. Only if the man that create OnlyFans is a billionaire. So you sit down there and don't know, say you are getting manipulated. You're either at the table or you're on the menu. You're either at the table or you're on the menu. So me now watch because enough people there on the menu. So listen to Top Farm, you're either at the table or you're on the menu. Don't allow yourself to get manipulated. Control your impulses. Control your impulses. If you don't notice the amount of TikTok shop they open, because enough people don't know the importance of control them impulse. So them set up TikTok shop for getting enough to make impulsive purpose. My video them now for popular. Go and go read the book The Power of Concentration. If you go read The Power of Concentration, you have 3 forms of concentration. We're going to talk about the one now. If you're an impulsive person, you have a weakness, you need to go correct. If you make impulsive decision, if you not discipline your thought process, if you live your life impulsive, you have a major flaws. And every weakness affect the other. Nobody feel like you can't say, oh, only one thing wrong with me impulsive. Because if you're a person that make impulsive purchase, you're not going to save your money. You're not going to invest because you constantly make impulsive purpose. You know what I preach? My video now for popular. My video now for popular. My video now for famous. So we know the power of concentration. And what we are seeing in our world right now are the weakness of concentration right across the board. Because them social media platform, as much as them come for good, them come for destroy mankind. And that's why them get some of the most brightest mind for work in them back room, because their job is to destroy your ability to concentrate. So you can sit down on TikTok and sit down on the rest of platform them for hours and not realize that you waste valuable time. You spend major time on minor things. Don't be that person. Don't spend major time on minor things. Yes, laughter is good, but go find somebody of substance and listen to. Go create your philosophy. Go set your goal. Go set your seals. So you know, say 10 years from now, you know wind up derelict on a beach. You know wind up derelict and not have no aim. You know have nothing in a life for sure for the 50, 60 years of the pan ground. Then you start blame politician. Then you blame the migrant. And when you blame migrant, then you go blame your mother. Then you go, and nobody no left to blame until you blame yourself. Nobody no want to blame themselves, but the beauty, them say when you point one finger upon somebody, 4 are point back upon you. What they happen in this world, I know nobody fault, but a fear fault. Add value to yourself. Personal development. You have to be hungry for a better life. Les Brown said that. Set your sails. Earl Nightingale. You understand me? Jim Rohn. You understand me? You are who you are because of your thoughts. And if you think about nothing but your dick, or you think about nothing but if you come expose yourself, then that's what you are. You understand where I come from? You are who you are because of your thoughts. Men think in secret, but it come to pass. You are nothing but a looking glass. James Allen, you becomes what you think about. You become what you think about. So if you sit down and think, say you just want to laugh or you're a happy person, you're going to wind up might be happy or broke. Or if that's your form of riches, if you want to be rich and can laugh, then yeah, of course. But if you know, say you want to experience success, you becomes what you think about. Everybody can agree that you becomes what you think about. And that's why you can't sit down and think about it and think about, say, the person that try to hold you back or the person that put stumbling block in your way because he go and look that way there. You become what you think about. If you sit down and think, say, you want to be rich, God will go point in the direction. He might go inspire you. He might go motivate you. You understand where I come from? One thing we learned over the past 6 years, you become what you think about. Once me realize that a riches we pray and my life can reflect that. Look where me there. Look where me there. Look where me there. See it there? See it there? I will not insecure because show me a boastful man. We show you an insecure man. You understand where I come from? But when we get up and sit down and I blame people, when we get up and sit down and blame people, and I depend upon people to come and improve and better our surrounds, we don't have nothing for sure. Remember, you becomes what you think about. Thoughts are things. Discipline your thoughts. Have a blessed day. Top form. Will to power. Make the sacrifice. Pay the price. We videos not have popular, but we are taught the truth. Blessed.